Inspiration! Having discovered another content, we realize there is a wide world of trading opportunities. Hello everyone, I call myself Zondagskind, and I like to play Civilization 6. Before I get into this challenge, first some household stuff. Sorry that, again, there's been this hiatus of 2 weeks and a bit. I got ill, and you know, that happens. And then after I was not ill anymore, I really wanted to finish an Arabia challenge, and I kept running into this, basically there was a lot to do in the real world, and I kept running into, oh, it's already too late, or I'm already too tired and I can't do it. So I have a bit of a backlog, including this video, including the Norway playlist, including a video I wanted to edit of a Civ 7 talk I had with a couple of other creators. I am working on it, I swear, and I'm trying to get this one out to you as soon as possible, just so you have something to look at. And other than that, we actually crossed the threshold of 2,000 subscribers in the meantime, so that is great news. Thank you everyone for subscribing, and on Twitch we're also growing very nicely to 260 260 followers now. So thank you all for being there. Now, let's look at the 29th challenge of the Marathon series and look at the abilities of Frederick Barbarossa. First, Holy Roman Emperor, additional military policy slot. Very nice. It means you don't have to think whether you want survey or discipline in the early game. And especially in non-domination games, which this is sadly not, it's nice to just have that extra military policy and not worry about that. +7 combat strength when attacking city-states. That's nice. On deity, it really falls off because the city-states always start with walls. And so it's very hard to just attack into them before they're suzerained. So this is definitely better, this part, on lower difficulties. But, you know, if you do have to fight city-states, then it's a combat strength bonus that others don't have. Free imperial cities. Each city can build one more district than usual, exceeding the normal limit based on population. So for those people who aren't aware, any city can build a district, a specialty district. Then for every extra 3 population, you get another slot. So you have 2 slots for 4 population, 3 slots for 7 population, 4 slots for 10 population. This is why people often talk about wanting to get to 4 pop, 7 pop, 10 pop, 13 pop. Germany just pretends you have 3 pop extra for that district slot, which is just fantastic. Might be one of the best Civ abilities in the game, bar none. Then the unique unit is a disaster. The U-boat, or U-boat. The unique submarine, cheaper to produce, 1 side extra, that's nice, and 10 combat strength when fighting on ocean tiles. I mean, I have never, ever needed a submarine in my game. I've gotten submarines, and I might have gotten a U-boat in this game, but this is trash. What is not trash is the Hansa, the unique industrial zone. Cheaper to build like all specialty districts, which especially for industrial zones is nice, because what usually hampers industrial zones is that you are putting production into a district which is then supposed to give you production. Then it gets a major adjacency from not just aqueducts, canal and dams like all other industrial zones, but also commercial hubs, which means you'll always put them next to rivers, usually, and get very good adjacencies. And also a standard adjacency from just each adjacent resource. Doesn't matter if it's bonus, luxury, strategic, just amazing. And this is just the normal minor adjacency for districts. Incredible. And the Oppidum, the other unique industrial zone from Gaul, definitely competes with the Hansa, especially in the early game. But the Hansa is the quintessential, let's see if we can get this to like +10 district. It's just so satisfying. Then let's look at the achievements I want you to do this game. I have Aachener Dom. Build any wonder adjacent to your capital. Ostsiedlung. Finish with 5+ cities on 2 different continents. Urbes Imperialis. Finish as suzerain of or controlling at least 8 city-states. Gutsmith Eisen in Hand, finish with at least 1 heavy cavalry unit with 4+ promotions. And Westfälischer Friede, finish with a fully built up government plaza and diplomatic quarter. It's all part of the Renovatio Imperii challenge. This spawn, like you saw at the very start, you start on a continent split, which is always nice. I'm not sure about this desert, how nice that is. Some good resources for a Temple of Artemis play, and just generally good land around you. So I'm quite happy with this spawn. Hopefully you will be as well. If you do not want to be spoiled on how I fared in this game, then look away now, because after the beep, you will see my endgame state and if and how I did the 5 achievements. See you in a bit. Here we are in the end game, and I have conquered the world. There's exactly 1 city remaining of an enemy civilization, Cyrene from Egypt. Other than that, I've taken over everyone. This was indeed quite a nice spawn, starting on the wine. Nice Temple of Artemis here. Took Goddess of the Hunt for extra food and production on these tiles, on this one, and on a couple more. Mostly for like the early game tempo. I won't say that this is an especially super abundant camp map, but it was a good pick in this case. Then, in terms of early expansion, actually had a little bit of luck. I would say that there was a camp here which gave me not hoplites, the Macedonian ones, the Hypaspists, and China was at war with Gran Colombia over here, so it was relatively easy to expand into them. But then, sadly, I ran into a big old military emergency with some of the toughest opponents on the map at that point. Babylon on one hand, that's over here, Babylon on one hand, and Gran Colombia on the other. Basically, as far as I could see for a long time, the biggest militaries on the map, and I was at war with both of them, which turned it into a real meat grinder, and which made it very frustrating. Again, a turn 201 victory, and I thought that it was possible to do it quicker this one. And what was also very annoying is that I had to save scum at some point because I wanted a Hansa on this particular tile, and then Niter popped up at some point. So I save scummed and had to delay military engineering for way too long. As you can see, I took the Sanguine Pact. What else is important? I basically resigned myself at some point to not getting that sub 200, and so I just went full, let's go for the late game. Jet bombers, no nukes, because I just don't really like nukes, but I did go for rocket artillery, jet bombers, super strong vampires, and went to town on those last civs I had to go through. The last couple of turns, it was basically 3 cities per turn. So yeah, not as fast as I would have liked this one to be, but I did finish it, and let's look at whether I did the achievements. Aachener Dome, build any wonder adjacent to your capital. I did that with Forbidden, not Forbidden City, Terracotta Army. I did build Forbidden City over here, but not my capital. Then, Ostsiedlung, finished with 5+ cities on 2 different continents. Well, it almost seems trivial to look at that, but Aachen, Magdeburg, Dortmund, Köln, and Lancy are on 1 continent, for example, and Mainz, Trier, Nuremberg, Karkar, and Nechen are on a 2nd one, so that's already done. Urbes Imperialis, finished as Suzerain of or controlling at least 8 city-state. I remember that I attacked 1. I attacked Mexico City because it was in the way. But I'm still also the Suzerain of another 20, so been there, done that. Gutsmith Eisen in Hand, finished with at least 1 heavy cavalry unit with 4+ promotions. Well, with the magic of coring and arming up units, I have here for you a modern armor army with all 7 possible promotions. Let's just call them out as well. Charge, Barding, Marauding, Rout, Armor Piercing, Reactive Armor, and Breakthrough, all under the guiding eyes of Marina Raskova. And finally, Westfälische Friede finished with a fully built up government plaza and diplomatic quarter, not just one or the other. Mainz has, I believe, the government plaza, yes it does, with the Warlord's Throne, Grandmaster's Chapel and War Department, and next to Dortmund sits the diplomatic quarter between Dortmund and the Taj Mahal with the consulate and chancery. So, that is all done. That is all dusted. If you like that it's done and dusted, then do please leave a like. If you prefer your games only done but not dusted, then do please leave a comment as to why. In any case, you can subscribe and ding the bell so you know when the next hiatus is over, and we will see you then. Bye bye.